what you get when you hire a con man. I can convince anyone of anything. You see, there's a science to getting people to trust you.
I want in.
With your current skill set, you don't.
Maybe you could teach me in your room.
That is so bad.
Is it?
Does it feel sexy on your face?
A little.
It does. Okay, let's go. We're about 30 strong. Everybody gets a percentage. They hit quick and get out.
Who's the girl?
She's our intern.
You hitting that?
I'm right here.
No, Farhad, I'm not hitting that.
You should hit that.
When marimba rhythms start to play,
You never drop the con.
dance with me,
Never break.
make me sway.
Where are the black people?
Like the lazy
I got this.
ocean hugs
What?
the shore.
Oh, sorry.
Hold me close.
Congratulations, you're a criminal.
You might be one of the best I've ever seen.
So what about the big con? Thought you're all big time.
Taxi driver,
You mean the one where we make so much money we all retire?
I swear I've got 3 lives balanced on my head like stick knives.
This needs to be discreet, no holes.
I can't tell you the truth about my disguise.
You seem trustworthy, but you don't know me.
If it brings me to my knees,
Is he a mark? That's fantastic.
bad religion.
He's not a guy you want to cross.
All of it. 1.1 million.
Nikki, that is my money too.
Now you make things interesting.
There's no room for heart in this game. It'll get you killed.
How's it feel?
I can never make them love me.
There's 2 kinds of people in this world. There's hammers and nails. You decide which one you want to be.
No, it's a bad religion.
This trailer looks so much better than I thought it would be. I was all ready to hate this trailer, which means it's that good. It was able to not only overcome my prepared dislike for it, but then push me into the like zone. So what did I like about it so much? Well, first of all, it seems like a return to form for Will Smith. This is the Will Smith everybody loves and that everybody loves to pay to see. Not that other Will Smith I think he's been trying to become with his last few movies, which is largely the father to Jaden Smith. But he's had some other misfires too, to be fair. I wouldn't put it all on Jaden. Now, the other thing is surprising to me here is that Margot Robbie looks like she's doing a really good job. I had a big problem with Margot Robbie's role in The Wolf of Wall Street, as you might recall from my review. I know she won over a number of male fans with that role, and my other problem with her is that she's been really capitalizing on that. You know, Michelle Pfeiffer is another actress who Margot Robbie gets a lot of comparisons to, but Michelle Pfeiffer quickly moved away from that kind of sex pot image, but Margot Robbie seems to be embracing it, which is a very risky strategy for one's career because I think it really distances that actress from having female fans. And female fans are the secret to a long career. You can be a flash in the pan as a sex pot, but it's going to be hard for you to sustain that career going on. And that's something a lot of actresses have had to learn the hard way, because some of the biggest grossing actresses of all time have been actresses like Doris Day or Julia Roberts, actresses that women like and men still find attractive. That's really the sweet spot, for an actress's image. And so Margot Robbie, I have felt, is making a mistake because she has this role, which is obviously very sexy, and then she's going to be in the new Tarzan opposite Alexander Skarsgård, and you don't cast Alexander Skarsgård and Margot Robbie unless you want them both to take off most of their clothing based on their previous track record. So I think that's going to be a very 50 Shades of Green, as I've said before. But she looks like she's doing a really good job here, and I hope it's a well-written role. Now, the only potential pitfall for this movie is that you have a black lead and a white female lead, a black male lead and a white female lead. Now, hopefully, this won't be a problem, as there are so many interracial couples today. But in the past, this has been a problem for Hollywood, and I've even seen a couple of people comment on this trailer and their anger that yet another female role has been taken away from a actress of color, because you could go with multiple different ethnicities here, and once again given to a white woman. And it's just a touchy subject. Denzel Washington had to deal with this quite infamously when he made, I believe, The Pelican Brief opposite Julia Roberts, and a lot of his female fans were very upset to see him with a potential. I don't think it was too romantic in that movie. It was mostly focused on the legal aspects, but to see him have like any kind of romantic vibe with a white female lead. So you'll notice he stayed away from that. And even though there were white actresses in his movies, he would protect them, or they were kids, like Dakota Fanning or most recently Chloe Grace Moretz. He did have a white love interest, though, in Flight, and that film still performed pretty well. Not a huge hit for Denzel, but very strong, close to 100 million domestic, well over 100 worldwide, and on a decent budget. So it didn't really hurt that film too much, but as you can see, black male actors have to be very careful. But maybe those days are numbered. Maybe this will be the film Focus, which really shows that that's no longer a concern from audiences. But I'm interested how you guys feel. Do you think it's an issue? And I'm curious, not just from guys. I'm sure a number of guys will jump in there and speak up and say it's not. But the real issue is non-white women. How do you feel if that's the category you fall into? What do you think of them casting a blonde white actress in this role opposite Will Smith? It's very interesting situation. We'll see, but I do think the movie looks very, very good, and hopefully that's not something that's going to bring it down. But again, very pleasantly surprised. Like the way Will Smith looks here quite a bit, and I even like the way Margot Robbie looks. I was quite a fan of hers on Pan Am, and maybe she'll find a way to pull this off after all. But we'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think of the trailer? If you like it, please leave your thoughts down below. I've seen a few people say that they think that this looks a little too obvious in how it's going to play out. Your typical, woman, double crosses the guy, caper film, about grifters. There have been a lot of famous grifter movies. Of course, The Grifters. So let's see if this one can hold a candle to those. But I think at the very least, it looks like a fun, it could have a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of vibe to it that's going on there because of the intense interest from male audiences in Margot Robbie, and then of course Will Smith back in top form. I think at the very least, if it's not a memorable film, it would be a strong box office performer, potentially, if it's not undone by that one problem. All right, or the other problem of like a sloppy, predictable script. But we'll see. Write your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning into my review, and you can check out some other episodes right now.